What's up, guys? It's your boy Triple G coming back with another video. Appreciate you guys coming to the channel and hanging out. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed the content. Today, guys, man, we checked out an article on Diablo Immortal and some question and answers from the devs, and it's pretty interesting. So if you guys are interested into the Diablo Immortal games, stay tuned to the video, guys. All right, guys. So one of the biggest topics, man, that most people talked about, because we all knew about Diablo Immortal coming out, and it was like, bam, it's June 2nd. That's great, right? And then it was like, ooh, it's for PC too. But nobody really kind of delved into why or what was going on in the minds of the developers. And what I've noticed is that these guys are doing a tremendously great job of communicating with the community, and that's awesome, because that's what you hope for in a game, not only just a PC game but also a mobile game, because there's too many times and nowadays time that developers, they just don't talk back, they don't give any feedback, and they don't even listen to feedback. So it was pretty interesting when I read this article, and I want to go over it with you. So it says a brief history, and it talks about how the decision to develop Diablo Immortal for PC was one that the team went back and forth on, because they said, like, no, it was, it's supposed to be just, mobile game, right? So like they had told people like, no, we're not going to PC, that it's just, a mobile game. And they make a good point here. It says that in the end, the deciding factor was that we knew that many of you would attempt to play this game through an emulator, thus leading us towards building a better experience. So stay a while and listen as we delve into more of the PC version. So that's a good point, guys. How many times do we have mobile games or even like Nintendo Switch games or anything like that, and people literally get emulators and buy that type of software and invest in, getting these programs to be able to play, a mobile game. And what I mean by that is, you got this big, powerful PC. People want to see it on a big screen. And so, they download an emulator, and they spend a bunch of money on, monitors and PCs and everything like that, because they actually enjoy the mobile game. And Diablo Immortal coming out is going to be only for mobile. And, they didn't want to play another Diablo game. They want to play Diablo Immortal. So very, very good that they decided to, go back and really check that out. Right here, it says, stay true to the Diablo experience. We meticulously translated the finger tapping and swiping controls from mobile into the age-old mouse and keyboard. And then they go on, I'm not going to read it all, but they go on to say, like, they went back and forth on what to use, right? Whether or not to use more of the clicking, kind of like League of Legends, where you left click and it moves you on the map with some keys that would hit, or if they use the WASD keys, which a lot of people were interested in knowing if they were going to do that. So this absolutely settles this once and for all, is that they've decided to go with the WSAD, which is interesting, because they felt like when it came to the movement on the screen and stuff like that, that left clicking all the time was not going to give the best experience. And I agree with that. Whenever you're going around and moving and you try to, dodge and stuff like that, left clicking a bunch of times in a circle or whatever, it doesn't give you the same experience as the WASD. But even then, if you don't like that, but you still like PC gaming, because there's a lot of PC gamers that have controls, it even has controller support, guys. Controller support. I mean, it's almost like they realized that this mobile game was going to be so hot that PC users and hardcore gamers were going to want to game on it, and it didn't matter. And me personally, not to say anything, I love mobile games. That's what this channel is based on. And the thing about it is that, like, the screen is so small sometimes, you're pushing the buttons. So I got like an iPad, because I like the way the iPad works. But the iPad is a 4:3 ratio. It's not the same as a phone. And then you have a PC. It's going to be 16:9. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely going to be a big screen to be able to play on. So being able to play this on a PC is going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be super cool. And you can use a controller. They go on to talk about how they had to rescale the hood, which, yeah, because all of the buttons are going to look, completely different. You know what I mean? They would be too bloaty because of the aspect ratio and stuff like that. So it's really cool that they thought, all that through, and also the menu interfaces and the chat experience and stuff like that. So as parting thoughts, I want to go over this. So it says Diablo Immortal on PC is an experiment from Blizzard. We didn't originally plan to put the game on desktop, but as soon as it became a possibility, we knew we had to take the time to make it happen. If you're a longtime Diablo player, the result will feel a little different from other PC Diablo games, but we're extremely excited about clicking Immortal's Demons Dead with your mouse, and we hope that you will be too. So, yeah, it's not going to be 100% the PC, but they're right. Most people would try to use an emulator. Most people would try to use key mapping and stuff like that. And everybody's going to be talking about this game for a while because they've invested heavily into this Diablo, and this Diablo Immortal is going to be special in itself. So why not be able to have the crossplay? There are other games that have been talking about having mobile and PC versions. And then the big question is like, is it crossplay? Because maybe I want to be on the go and I want to be on my mobile. Maybe I want to come home and I want to play on my PC. Maybe I want to game really hard on both of them. This is truly a landmark time in which developers are now doing PC and mobile and doing cross-platform. I think it's going to be super cool, guys. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Till next time, guys. Peace.